We're working on us this weekend, okay?
How many people you say is coming again?
She said 3, right?
I'm Simone. This is Cameron.
This is my honey, Derek.
Ooh-wee.
You like it, Dad?
Can you please put the DY on that?
Well, I call my father Daddy, and it feels kind of weird calling you that, too.
I know that face. What's on your mind?
I just don't know what allowing people in our business is gonna do to better this relationship, Jay.
Looks like Dr. Rose left us a note with a full itinerary. Settle in and get to know each other. Figure out why you're here.
My why is because I cheated on him.
I'm ready to get married.
But I don't think we can because Derek refuses to introduce me to his family.
My why is because my boyfriend is bisexual.
Wait, like, you like boys bisexual?
Oof, that's a problem.
Why is my masculinity a question just because I like to take care of myself?
Okay, gay Dr. Phil.
Nigga, I'm not gay.
I just wish men could understand consequences of actions and words.
Well, let's get this party started, shall we? Jay, I need you to sit with Tori. Derek with Simone, and Cameron with Tiff. This is your man, this is your woman for the rest of the weekend.
Wait, what?
When you leave Monday, you will have a choice to make.
I'm just glad you're full. Cameron just throws his things everywhere.
So why do you think Dr. Rose did this?
I just want y'all to get to know each other, connect on a deeper level.
Please come back. I'm sorry.
You know you don't deserve that, right?
I cheated. It's because of me.
You know what? Fuck this nigga.
Anytime I come to you about my feelings, you always make it about you.
So y'all have only been together a year and you're already not fucking.
Well, it's about more than just sex.
Shit!
It's showtime. It's showtime. Guess who's back again? They don't know. They don't know. They'll know as soon as we walk in. He's going to get this down this second half of this year. So I don't have to do this part. Like, literally, I need you to listen to Bruno Mars. Just that part.
Okay.
And we're going to get it.
Okay.
What's up? I'm your girl, Candace, and you are tuned in to the Couples Lounge Show. And this is my sexy husband.
Yo, what it do? Oh, you want me to say, baby, sometimes you say my name, sometimes you don't. Yo, it's Remon, Kappa Man Tuck, what it do? There you go.
So, y'all, we thank y'all for tuning in. If this is your first time in the studio on the podcast with us, welcome. We have an amazing show for you all on today. What they need to do, baby?
It's a little button that says subscribe. Hit that. But if you don't hit it, I need you to do me a favor. Raise your hand like this. Go ahead and raise your hand. And then come down on your face. Hit the subscribe button, man. Hit the subscribe button and share it with your friend.
And so, y'all, I just realized we didn't do something before we started this show, and that was pray. But we're going to just say, Holy Spirit, come on in the building as we do this thing. Absolutely. So that He will be glorified as well as their careers be elevated.
Absolutely.
And that He use us on today to speak to you as well as speak to me. I love to grab from our guests. So welcome, Lauren. Welcome, Adrian. Welcome to the Couples Lounge.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Glad to be here. Excited.
So we're going to have they have a movie out. Just came out a couple of days ago. Y'all must go see it. We're taking couples. Well, we're not taking, but we're doing a big date night to where we're going to go see Twisted Hearts. I'm excited. I am so ready to see this movie because I just believe in love. I believe in relationships. So if y'all could tell us a little bit about y'all journey into acting.
I'll let Lauren go first.
Okay. So for me, acting is an opportunity for me to just self-express and step out of my, reality and just have fun. And I've always found that in playing growing up as a young girl. And so playing in the summertime with like my cousins did not look like going to ride my bike in the summer. It was like, hey, I found the script of Three's Company. I'm going to play Chrissy. You play Janet. You play Jack. Like, let's have fun. And they're like, what? You're crazy. Let's throw a football, So I discovered that part early, and I got into acting and plays in school and, of course, church and all of that. So that's really where it kind of bit me, that bug. And then went to school and kind of separated from it. I didn't really pursue that until later in life. But, everybody's journey is a little bit different. And I'm so grateful that I just took that chance. I was like, you know what? I don't want to leave this earth and not have pursued something that just makes me so happy. So my journey started full time, like seriously, about a year and a half ago.
Oh, okay.
Closing in on my second year doing it full time, and I love it. So
great.
As for myself, I think I've always aspired to be an actor, but coming from where I come from, you never see somebody that look like me and you that you can reach out to that that has went on and done it. So in the back of my mind, I can't do this,
Where are you guys from? I don't think have we asked that?
Okay. I'm a proud fan. Boomer Sooners, so I don't know. Okay, yes. Oklahoma.
Okay.
Proud Oklahoman. Born, partially raised there. I left when I was 15, so I've lived more of my life in Texas, but honorary Texan, but definitely still Oklahoma true at heart.
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
So.
We ain't gonna hold that against you.
No, you can't. Like,
no, I saw about to be in Oklahoma.
Good people in Oklahoma.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Good people.
Age, where you from?
I was about to say speak for yourself, but I'm from Alabama.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I got a lot of family from Alabama.
So y'all are a couple on Twisted Hearts. This is Jay. This is Tiff. You already shaking your head. Let me ask you something first before we get into the movie. What made you take the script?
Me?
Mm-hmm.
Cursion. No, I'm kidding. No, Cursion, he presented it to me and he was like, I got a bomb role for you and I think you'll be great for it. It's very good when people believe in you. I won't say when you don't believe in yourself, but when you believe in yourself as well and somebody comes right back, with the same thing. So Cursion presented the script to me. I read it. And from there it was an instant go because there was something that at that moment I was at the point in my career where I was looking for a transition from choking people out and killing them and stepping on their neck. And
you were playing a bad boy.
Yeah.
Okay, Laura, what about
gonna leave
you?
that where that's at. Yeah. So I read the script and I fell in love with it. So I read it. I got the audition. I was reading the sides, right, to prepare for the audition. And then they also send you, the script. And so I was reading it and I couldn't put it down. I literally read it from cover to cover. And I identified with the girls in different capacities, all three of them in different capacities. And I was like, I've been through this. This is me. And so for me, you had mentioned like spiritual, and we'll get to that. But for me, I was just like, yeah, this is something that I wanted to be a part of because I'm learning my purpose and I'm in this self-discovery right now and I'm on this journey and I'm understanding what my purpose is and I'm kind of fine-tuning that now. And one of the biggest things for me is the projects that I do and the other things that I'm involved in. it's important to me to be able to represent or have a message that speaks to young women or just women in the community. And I have a story as to why. But for me, when I read this script, I was just like, oh yeah, I want to play this role because I feel like I can be her. I am her. And then also, like, I would be proud of that project because that's part of my goal. That's part of my mission, you know? So long-winded answer, but that's really what drew me to it. In addition, when I went to the audition, it was pretty intense. Yeah, usually in persons, from my experience, you know, they're in and out within, you might wait, you know, but there was a few of them in there, and the producer wanted to get to know me first, and so it was an interview before we started, and that's different, at least from my experience. I don't know about you, Adrian, but that was a little different for me. I'm like, oh, he wants to know if he can work with me, like, and who I am, and so I thought that was cool because I actually want to know if I want to work with you too. Like, I hadn't thought when you're in that mind, you go in, you're like, okay, I just want the role. Like, I just got to do my part, blah, blah, blah. But it's like, oh, this is actually even more dope. I get to work with somebody that's pretty cool and like wants to, you know, collaborate and then we're dissecting it and, you know, like picking each other's brain, and he wants to hear what I think and not just tell me to stand here and act, you know, like that's cool too, you know? So I was just like, yeah, this feels good. It just kind of all lined up. So, yeah.
Was the chemistry between you two, was it instant, or did you guys have to, you know, shoot a couple of scenes before?
Work at it.
Adrian?
I figured it was gonna be me. No, it was instant. We actually connected on a Bid for Love and kind of carried it over into Twisted Hearts.
So I met him on another set, maybe 4 or 5 months before that, and that's where we first met. So when I was told that he was gonna play my boyfriend, I was like, oh, this is cool. Like,
yeah. That made it a whole lot better. So y'all character that. I can't even wait to see the movie. Look, I am ready to see the movie. So if y'all don't know, we haven't really even introduced the movie yet. Twisted Hearts is basically a couples retreat. 3 couples come together to be in a house together. And on the promo, it said, is love hard? Is love fun? Is love twisted?
Let me tag in right quick.
Okay.
So we didn't come together. We were brought together. I don't know them.
Yes.
Okay.
That is true.
Okay.
Yes.
So all the couples, nobody knew.
It was him and I going
some people don't know each other. Just gonna say that.
Him and I were getting away per the request of, you know, our therapist.
And she was getting to where she wanted to be. I was getting away.
Okay. Why are you looking at him like that, Laura?
Oh, this isn't Lauren. This is Tiff.
Oh, you in Tiff mode right now.
That's how Tiff looks at him. So that gives you a little insight.
I'm telling y'all, I cannot wait to see this movie. So I want to ask y'all, why is Twisted Hearts important for the culture?
Do I gotta go again?
Well, I'm thinking deer, so yes.
All right. For the culture, for one, there's nothing that look like us in theaters right now. If you guys watched the movie already, then you know that Jay was a soft guy, but he was still tough. So what that means is that he was into a feminine side that his woman didn't like, of course. I loved it. But the thing was that he didn't have to be hard to be a man. So there's a lot of people that think just because we are men that we got to go be tough. We got to go fight this person. We got to go slap this person. It makes you a man to hit a woman, and no, it doesn't. You know, people actually think like that. And this character was pretty much living the life of, I do not have to be hard to be a man. I can take care of my nails. I can go to the spa. I can file the end of my nail if it feels like it's rough, you know, and I can still be considered a man because he still took care of Tiffany within his own rights, if you will. And there was nothing to be taken away from him, but he had a soft side. That's it.
Yeah, I mean, I would piggyback off of that. I agree. For me, I think the answer is the message. I think it represents, it's an accurate representation of what's happening in couples today. And I think that a couple could identify with one of the couples in the movie.
Right.
And or individually certain things that like Tiff was going through as an individual that became I don't know what the right word is, like became apparent when you were unraveling the couple, and what Jay, the character Jay, was going through individually as the couple was unraveling its issues. Like, I think that people can identify with that. So just to kind of say it in a different way, the same thing. I think that message is it needs to be shown and pushed out because it's good. And I think that our culture could, walk away with like, and then go run with that, however that looks for them.
And I think that is so powerful, and I'm glad that this movie points that out, because living and moving like that where I gotta be hard, you don't give yourself permission to tap into your inner self or inner knowing that you feel, because you got all of these generational things that's been passed down that says I'm not a man because I feel, or I'm not a man because I care about my appearance in this way or that way. So I'm so grateful that we get to see a rounded individual.
And I think of it too, like, look at all the stuff that people think that make them a man. Sagging their pants, not taking care of their physical features, but this is the look that society say is cool right now. But when it's time to build a mortgage or learn about credit and taxes and stuff like that, that's being a man. Because if you're going to lead a woman and take care of family, then you need to know those things. But you're more focused on what the media is displaying in the world, than opposed to governing yourself and making yourself that of something that's appeasing to somebody that's able to lead. And this
Tiffany.
That's not what he was gonna say.
Bird brain.
Yeah.
If y'all watch the movie, y'all know what bird brain mean.
We need to get, no, you know what? We need to get a shirt. I think that one deserves a shirt. It's just so funny.
Tiffany / Lauren, she done set up on this.
Yeah.
So what would you have to say?
No, I mean, he's spot on. The thing was, Tiff struggled with that because, and it was, I just want to point this out. It was very specific. You said that your nail was rough and you had to edge it out. I mean, just saying, you could have said a nail pile, but that was very specific.
No, I just went and seen the nail person.
Yeah.
Look.
Okay, so, and this is another reason why it was perfect fit for him. Anyways, I'm kidding. No, but Tiff struggled with like seeing him as a man and believing he was a real man, and that wasn't anything to do with him. It was everything to do with how she grew up and what her village, taught her, and whatever taught her that what it looks like to be a man.
Right. I can see that because women judge men.
Mm-hmm.
They do a lot. My question is, I think everybody wants to know this, especially when you're watching movies or whatnot. Is it difficult being intimate? And it doesn't have to be a sex scene, but even if it's kissing and whatnot, is it difficult doing that? Basically with a stranger almost.
Oh, like on set?
On set. Like, maybe necessarily for this film, but if you've done it in other movies, is that difficult? I don't think for the guy maybe much, but for ladies, is it?
For me, I'll speak for me, because we didn't have like an intimate scene. So this answer will come from another set I was on where I actually had to kiss a girl.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so there was like a double situation there where I'm just like, okay. Sorry if that's too much information.
No,
but,
no, not at all.
No. So The main thing for me was I've done it before, right? Kissing.
Right.
I've done that part before,
Right.
but it's usually with someone in an intimate setting where it's,
Absolutely.
it's not on public display.
Right.
Or I don't really do the public displays of affection, right? In public on the street. Usually I'm not, making out with someone. So to do that when there's like 20, 30 people,
right,
it's super quiet. The lights are on you and everybody's watching you. Yeah, it's a little awkward. And you have to, but you're a professional and it's your job.
Yeah.
And the key thing with acting is you have to be believable. That's the job, is to make that believable. And so you can't, I'm nervous, or this is awkward, or oh my God, what are they gonna think? Like, or whatever. What's my grandma gonna say? But it's like, I don't need to think about that right now. Right now, I need to be this character, and I need to look like you are
totally into it.
Yes.
Him. Right.
So, that's my take on it.
Okay.
We didn't have that scene. We had our intimacy was our relationship and just those moments of passion with arguing and then like holding each other's hands and looking in each other's eyes. Like that was different because we also had to make that believable. It's less mechanical as far as an intimate scene, but
okay.
Yeah. No, I don't have a problem with it. It's pretty much. I think it's over time. One of those things with repetition.
Mm-hmm.
The more repetition. I started out with the Fatal Attractions and all that. So the Fatal Attraction that comes on TV1, I've done so many of those, and it was always an intimate scene. And I think that was a good.
Fatal Attraction.
Man, so many of them.
Oh my God! Look, now when we see him, be like, okay, yeah, I
So
watched
many of
Fatal
them.
Attraction,
and nothing good came out of either one of them. So, so I think repetition. Okay. So now that I'm at a bigger stage, it's okay. I just need to know my objective.
Right.
Where my points.
Was it difficult at first though? When you first had to start?
When I first started, maybe the first 2 times.
Was Fatal Attraction your first one, or what was the first
intimate scene?
More probably so.
Was
I
it?
think so.
Okay.
And from there, man, it was because everybody around you wants you to do good, so that we can,
absolutely
go home. At the end of the day, but they also want a good project. So, as long I'll go talk, I'll put a female to the side, and I'll be like, "Are you comfortable? Are you okay? If you're not, let me know. Because this is a living person too.
Absolutely.
That has feelings, and if something bad, if I start choking her in the midst of it, and that triggers her to some sort, then so I just want to be respectful and be on my side of professionalism. But it's a breeze for me. Like I'll go have that conversation every set, no matter if it's a intimacy coordinator or not. I'm gonna have that conversation just to make sure we on the same page. And if it's then I need to pull other people in to say, hey, we need to make this 100%. So that this scene could sell as best as it needs to.
Okay.
Well, I like just to say that that's cool to know because I haven't had that much experience having those intimate scenes. So hopefully it gets better for me, but also it just depends on how much exposure has to happen. Then I don't know.
Yeah. And I think it's as y'all sitting here talking, like when I first met this one right here, I was like, you want to be a teacher? Like, you need to be in acting somewhere. You need to be acting somewhere. So he has his first play in December.
That's exciting.
And so I'm excited for him.
Yeah.
But as y'all talking about these intimate scenes, I'm like if this really...
Oh, you have an intimate scene?
No, he
Is that where this question came from?
But I can see some doors opening for him because he's
I love
an
that.
actor. So I'm like, this helped me get my mind right just in case he gets to that point where he has to.
It's not sexy at all.
Sell it.
It's like 30 people watching. Right. They're like, put your hand here. Turn. Right. Nope, you're in the camera. Learn.
Speak for yourself. It's sexy. Let's make action.
He's like, action. Yeah.
I'm like, hey,
right.
Was that good?
Some scenes you're like, wait a minute. Like how? What's the Kelly Rowland? Man, how do you do a scene like that and it not lead into personal? Because that's too intimate. That's not a hug. That's not a kiss. They're
But
pretty
look
much
what's happening
naked.
though. Look what's happening. See how you talking about it?
Mm-hmm.
They did their job.
They did their job. Absolutely.
And on that note,
And-
we're gonna
yeah.
take a break real quick. We'll be back.
I watched you come in here this weekend in front of all these new people and embarrass me. Embarrass me. You called me gay, making fun of me to make somebody else laugh. I can't even put my hand around you being in a whole nother relationship.
No, it was not a relationship. It was nothing more than, like, sex.
Do you hear how you sound? Do you hear yourself?
All right, we're back, y'all. We're back. We're back with two of the stars from the movie Twisted Heart. You just saw a preview of the movie, and again, we are renting out a theater pretty soon. You'll get more information about it. I'm sure my baby gonna let you know about it for the couple's date night. Baby, you want to talk about a particular scene in the movie?
Yeah, the emotional scene that you all had in the movie. And I think this is important because it's a real life situation that happens in marriages, in relationships. And we got to give ourselves permission to go to those places. I just believe that's where healing, that's the underline of healing and elevating in your relationships and in your marriage. So can you all expand a little bit about that scene?
And was it difficult to do?
Well, so our big scene was explosive, because, the secret's out, right? And my true character has been displayed of, I cheated, and also I didn't look, I cheated. And also, I was making him feel
I watched
like
you
it
come
was
into
his.
this house.
Oh, he's doing the lie. It made him feel like it's his fault. Like, and that's hard, right? I felt like, okay, I'm sorry. Like it was, I couldn't say sorry enough or get it off my lips quick enough because, like, crap, you found out, it didn't mean anything, that whole bit, they were nothing, you're everything, Tiff did that, right? Because she's desperate to have him not go. Yeah. But at the same time, she doesn't know what she wants because she was just beating him down about not being a man. And, not looking forward to the retreat, which was supposed to pour into the relationship to fix it. And her partner was like, hey, we're coming here to make this work. And I'm over here like, what is hanging out with these people and doing this gonna, do to better this relationship, Jay? You know?
And you came in disconnected.
Yeah.
Y'all were disconnected.
I came disconnected, secrets out, and now I'm like, baby, please don't go, right?
I'm not the reason she came in disconnected.
I'm not
Just FYI.
ish.
Yeah.
Tiff is not ish right now.
And more times than not, it is our individual.
Yeah, it's bigger than that.
Oh.
What?
They seen it.
It's bigger.
This is Jay talking.
But so the emotional side for me, and I think men would identify with our side of having to be emotional because you don't, most women don't get to experience this type of man twice in one person, meaning that if we give ourselves to a woman and we're in love with that woman, there's a certain type of emotional feelings that are connected, meaning that the same way I would treat you just if I like you ain't if I love you. But I love this girl coming into it, so I have to treat my emotions with such, like I have to be that person. So versus I just like her and we're going on a couples retreat, that's not really emotional because I'm gonna be like, okay, you cheating, okay, cool, I'm out, But no, he loves this woman. So when he finds out that she has another thing going on, he's heartbroken. So because this was his last person for life for him, he didn't see himself loving another woman. He saw himself loving her for life, So it's like holding a voodoo doll, and every time you pull something, like every time she did something, it was a break on him. So she came into that house, as everybody's seen, and she denied him and belittled him in front of complete strangers, and he loved her to death. He said the reason that we're here is because there's a clear disconnect between me and my lady, and the disconnect was that she didn't really love him from the start.
My goodness. And he could feel that, right? Like by the way I look.
But
by the way I act.
But he jumped off a 100-foot building into a water to save her.
For me.
And he can't swim.
And I'm like,
so the love inside had to be carried through turmoil. And even when it was a fun time and they had to get separated from the couples, he was outside. He said, y'all can have whoever y'all want. I only want to be with Tiffany.
Mm-hmm.
And Tiffany, on the other hand, she being Tiffany.
So, oh my gosh.
With her twisted heart.
Oh my goodness. Like those two separate, it's one situation, but two separate experiences are real in relationships and culture now. Like I already see, like my mind is already going for the after conversation of this movie, because we don't talk a lot about women who cheated on their significant other. That's not really, and definitely from a man perspective, he don't want to be out talking about his woman cheated on him.
That in.
Yeah,
women are sure it, but a man have his
woman
cheating. Yes, and he's not telling his friends. Maybe he's not letting the world know. My woman cheated on me.
Yeah,
but when everybody knows in that house, think about the way. And I'm gonna tell you that there's no way to connect with this character if you hadn't been through that in life already. So that was perfect. I'm 37 years old, so of course I've experienced heartbreak, but I know what it feels like to love a woman that don't love you and she want to do something different, but she want to keep you around because you're beneficial to her,
right?
So you have to carry that into the script, and then a lot of times, like we're in between the lines, and they got to get another shot, but you have to channel that emotion back through as if this is really happening, and then you have to channel it through again, and then again. And people think that they want to act, but when it's time to do that,
and it starts tapping into
really
your
work.
real.
Yeah, it's really work.
That scene, to answer your question about how was that, like the crying, that took a lot out of me.
Yeah, and then I have to push it over into her as an actor.
Yeah,
I have to that's why I never gave her the reel like during rehearsal, so that when the camera can pick it up, it's going like all this energy and frustration. I want you to really feel it, and I want it to hit you in your chest as to where when your response comes out, it's authentic and it's real because I hurt your feelings for real.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
And that's what I tried to give her.
Yeah,
absolutely.
It was, and you feed off of that, right? Like, and he was a great scene partner to have for this movie because one, it was great that we have the chemistry already there. We knew each other, right? So we didn't have to get familiar and get all the awkward quirks out. It was like, all right, how are we doing this? And he didn't give 100% in rehearsal so that when he threw out a different line or he gave a different body, gesture or something, like it's a natural reaction.
Okay.
But I fed off of that to like get emotional with him. Like there was, I think, one take where we're looking at each other, we're doing it this way. And the next take, like he grabbed me, I grabbed him. We're like, oh, right? Like it was different each time. And we had to do it like eight times because it's like all the different angles from his side. Then they got to get me. And so, and then it takes a little bit of time prep before the next shot. Or before the next time. So it's like, I had to, the tears will go away. But it was awesome because they kind of left me alone and they let me stay in that. Like, I wasn't like, okay, now I'm going on my phone, scrolling on IG or like talking to somebody off. Like, it's like, nope, I need to stay there so that when it's time, like I can get back, and I had to
Right.
dig to something that was painful and hurtful to get those real emotions and then stay in it. So it was real, right? Like that was real. Maybe that wasn't us in real life in our real
But
situation,
it's you.
in that moment, like
Yeah.
I was Tiff and I had just hurt him and I saw it like, oh, she messed up.
Yeah.
Baby, I'm sorry. Like, oh, he's got his bags. Like, he's leaving me. This is reality. And
Right.
it was real for him. Like, it was the final straw, I would say, almost.
Yeah,
you know?
and I like to also add that. So I've been acting 11 years now, and every set is something different to learn about it. I don't care how we come into it; it's something different to learn. This set, I learned that, like, I have to be patient with my scene partner, knowing like there was no flaws. I'm not trying to say it like that, but for somebody who's also learning, who's ready to get into the light, you have to take care of them, if you will, So we had a lot of conversations off camera, a lot of conversations about, this and that, because I know that she's new coming into the world. So when I go out in life and she go a different way and I go a different way, I want to make sure that she was like, well, Adrian took care of me and he did as best he can to make our scene come to life because he knew that I was in a special place, put it like that.
Mm-hmm.
Even though she was short but stiff, but
Yeah.
she was in a special
Look, as y'all, I know that question was asked earlier about acting being spiritual, but like as you all keep talking about just certain things, definitely has a spiritual.
There's no way to deny God.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
No way. I don't even want to go back through things, but it was God leading to this, that led to that, that led to this, that led to that, that led to this, that led,
Yeah.
And without those things happening in the chronological order, there's no way that I would be here today.
Absolutely.
But I always pray about things. I know Lauren, she's spiritual too. So these things don't happen without God. And then behind the scenes, talking to the producers and stuff like that, encouraging. We always talk about God. You know what I'm saying? So, man, let's just give it up one time for God.
Hey,
Let's
I'm with that. I'm with that.
Yeah.
I'm
How
gonna
long
tell you,
did it take to shoot the movie?
Sorry.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, like, I quit my full-time job
And dove all the way in.
and went all the way in, and I was just like, we're gonna figure it out, right? And literally, like, it was opportunity after opportunity. It was just like God was telling me, and that's another story of like, it's time for you to leave this position.
Yeah.
It's time for you to leave this. You have a calling. You have
Obedience,
a calling.
baby.
Right. I got
And
you.
and I was scared, but I don't have, and I'm a Virgo, so I have a plan for a plan, and everything has its order, and I got to be right on it, and
right.
and it was just like I didn't have that plan. I had a
Right.
loose one, but I didn't have that plan, and that was just like, that's not how I ran my life.
Yeah.
But I was just like, I can't do this anymore, and I left on faith. And I
Right.
had friends that I grew from the project, and that Adrian is one of them. He's, I don't know, last time you worked a 9 to 5. It's been years. And he, so you meet people that's living that entrepreneurial life, that going after their dreams. And then, they pour into you. Cursion's one of them. And they tell you, you can do this. And so that in your ear was helpful. And I did it. And then it was just going back to the whole how God is just there.
Right.
It wouldn't have happened. This project and other projects would not have happened, and they wouldn't have happened how they happened if God wasn't
In the
in
midst of it.
Absolutely.
How did your character help you personally?
Or did they?
And I'm asking that because you spoke about being able to tap into a part of you that has experienced the hurt, wanting to be with somebody. Or has that happened for you where you playing this character changed something about you internally for the good? Like a healing came about, a new perspective came about, Holy Spirit showed up as you were acting, is like, oh, you were able to connect the dots to see.
Yeah, I think my mind is kind of clouded, and I got to go back on this because it's just, how you got that itch that God wants you to push it out. So, and this is for people that need to hear this. If you don't trust yourself and you don't believe in yourself, then nobody else is going to do it. If you're going to make a plan to commit to God and do what you're going to do, ask God for permission, pray about it, and then go do it. But the character, did the character change me in it? Yes, it made me want to live more in my truth that I already live in, meaning I actually go get my nails did. But now I'm thinking about the spa dates. And now the guys, hey, let's go to the spa. You know, like why is that a problem? You know? So for the better, I feel like that, like my message to the world in that movie, I also received the message myself. You know?
Good.
Yeah.
Lauren?
Trifling.
Yes, I mean, I think the obvious one is just, I don't want to be like that.
You don't want to be a cheater?
Yeah, more than that.
Oh, good.
That is terrible.
Good.
But deeper than that, like, I think it just self-realization, and self-discovery is important, and you need to know who you are before you can be a couple. You need to know who you are before you can have a requirement and a bound. Like, you need to understand what your boundaries are. You need to understand who you are before you go tell someone who you are and what you want. And I think that, I just think that that was the message that resonated with me in this, is not so much, I identified in many ways, like I said before, with the girls and from my past and who I am and all of that. And no, I don't want to be that person. But I think for me, I think the message is like, figure out your stuff, figure out who you are so that you don't cause that pain.
Yeah. On somebody in real.
Somebody.
Yeah. Real life.
Yeah.
So when you hear twisted hearts, if you could summarize it, what does that mean? Somebody with a twisted
I can't hear that and then not hear the Keith Sweat, girl, you got me twisted. So sorry, I was bobbing my head for a second, but that's why.
I'm that type of person too. Yeah, you hear a line, you hear a song.
I think complicated, messy, and real. That's what comes to my mind when I hear twisted hearts. I think it's not cookie cutter, picture perfect. It's twisted. It's complicated, I think, is the biggest one. Okay. For me, I don't know if that answers the question. What do you say, Adrian?
Something ain't right. Something just ain't right.
Yes.
Shout out to Keith Sweat.
Keith Sweat made this movie.
We love you so much.
No, it's just, man, it's just something, it just ain't right. And if it ain't right, that's how he came up with Twisted.
Well, let me lighten it up just a little bit. Seeing all the couples, did y'all have fun shooting this?
Man, it was
it was so much fun.
The house and how it was.
Lit.
Like, man, look like they had
I've been on so many major sets. And then, like, when you're working with other creatives that are just as creative, like, there's no off point. Meaning, like, if I go here and it's your turn, you're going there too.
Yeah.
But there's enough over here as to where he can fall in, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then before you know it, and then you got magic. You know, like you can't even do the same thing again because, you just got to shoot again and get some more magic, you know?
Yeah.
There's a scene that him and his fellow scene partners.
boyfriend, excuse me.
Well, yeah, both my men was at the
okay.
retreat. So yeah, it was the guy scene in the basement. I'm telling you, I was behind the scenes just watching.
Who you was watching?
Well,
anyway,
I got two eyes, right?
Crossed.
Anyways, no, in all seriousness, it was so much fun because, like, what he was saying is there was freedom to kind of stick to the script, but go off script a little bit and make it your own.
Right.
And they were doing that. It was probably the funniest day because everybody, the cinematographer, the sound person, like hair and makeup, everybody that was watching was like about to burst at the seams of laughter. Like we were holding, because you have to be quiet, you know, so we're just like literally holding our laugh in because they're just being funny. And they had several different takes and we're cracking up. As soon as they yell, cut, the whole room busts out laughing.
Oh, wow.
And I'm just like, it was just so much fun. It was just like being with comedians.
Right.
And then the fact that I'm supposed to be the bisexual guy, we in the middle of all this stuff and they crying and stuff, and he put his hand on my chest.
Yeah.
Like my breast. Like trying to, like, come out, like, you gay, I'm gonna console you. I'm like, get your hand off me.
It's just like little stuff like that. It was just so fun. Like,
So how long is shooting? What time
14
do y'all
days.
start? What time do y'all end?
We
It
did
was
12
8
hours a day.
12 hours.
It was 8 days.
8 days? Okay, it
Yeah,
was 8 days, my bad. Okay.
We did, yeah. Our
12-hour
shift was
days,
8
right?
hours.
12-hour
Yeah,
days.
it was long days.
I mean, yeah, 12-hour days, 8 days.
Okay.
long days.
And we created magic. Like I said, I'm not saying this because I'm part of the project.
Right,
Like,
right.
This is one of the projects in my life that I've done that I feel the most grateful for.
Yeah.
And I feel that this is a classic because of
100%.
how it unfolded. Like, nothing was pre-prepared or anything other than us being ready with our lines.
Right.
But to go through all 8 days and go on the script and go off the script a little with people that we never met before, it was pure innocence and magic.
And shout out to Q and Coda because they put together a whole feature film in 8 days. We shot that.
That's
That's
Tyler
what
Perry.
I said. That's a
language
Tyler
right
Perry move right
Right,
there.
right.
Look, you see all these cameras, 1, 2, 3, 4.
And
Yeah.
didn't miss a beat.
Yeah,
like
right.
Everything was just everybody on the set came prepared. Like everyone was just ready to rock and roll, and that helped move things along, and it made you want to make sure you're coming in ready to go.
Right.
But it was just it was a great experience.
I gotta ask this question because this is something
Ask
I'm
all
doing.
the questions you need because you might be on this path. Go ahead, baby.
There you go. How do you guys prepare going over your lines? Like, how do you practice and learn your lines? Like, cause I'm doing this for, like I said, for a little play, and I'm like, it gotta be an easier way. Like, it has to be. What do you guys do? Let me ask the professionals.
Well, what I'm gonna say first is that you got to find out what works for you. That's first.
Okay.
And second thing is when you find out what works for you, keep doing it. And at Tyler Perry Studios, he was telling us one day that you got your room, you got your food, you got everything you need. There's no reason for you to come out here and not be prepared. You know. So when he said the haves and have-nots shoot 180 pages in a day, and then the most important part after that was the mind is a muscle.
Okay.
Keep training it.
Okay.
And it's like a sponge. The more you train it, the more it can absorb.
Okay.
Excuse me. So so the way that I do it now is like, especially for the long, drawn out. Whereas I'll take one line, learn it, 2 lines, learn it.
Okay.
Then when I get to like the 6th line, go all the way back to the first line and say it to the 6th. Like, there's no time that you don't go all the way back.
Okay.
You know? And if it's long, then I'm talking out loud like I'm talking to somebody. You know, like I'm outside in my driveway. And I know they thought I was crazy. I'll get out. But I was talking.
You working, baby.
I was talking to Tiffany. I was like, you mother lover. You know, but I kept saying it over and over. And then, and getting the kinks out and being nervous is a part of the game, you know, when you first started. And it depends on who you're working with, too. Maybe you're still a little nervous because you don't want to do too much or do too little, you know.
Right.
And on the first day of Twist of Hearts, like, I knew my lines. And I messed them up. Messed them up. And then I said this would not happen to me.
He did.
Again. And it was the shortest line. It was 2 sentences. Messing them up.
I don't even know what was the. I don't know what it was, but
I couldn't get it right. I couldn't get it right.
The life of him could not
remember. And this
remember.
was the first scene.
So
this was opening. This is the opening of the Twist of Hearts. We hadn't shot nothing
Scene
yet.
1.
Yeah.
Wow.
Day 1.
But ask her. I told her, and I said I would not mess up any more of these days. Any more of them. And my words.
And he didn't.
But that's something that you got to commit to yourself. Like, I wouldn't even say I was not prepared. It was just the first scene, and you got to feel everybody on set. You got to know how the cameraman works.
Happens.
You gotta, you know,
I can see that. I can see that.
Yeah, and I've seen like the biggest people mess up, and it's okay to mess up. You know, like you cost time and stuff like that. But you know, everybody wants a great final product, and that's what they're trusting you with, you know? So whatever it takes to get it right. And nobody was pressuring and like that. And encouraging was like, you know, hey, man, just get you some water, man. Like, you got to come on. You know? And then he was like, you know, like, I'm editing in the room, so, you know, this is cool. You know, like, we ain't got to go back, you know. And after the first day, though,
You was on it.
It was on.
Put on my NASCAR jacket on and took off.
I think I just like I read the script and I understand what's happening.
Okay.
And I read it a few times and then I kind of dissect it. I think I go page by page, depending on if it's dialogue or if it's just monologue or whatever.
Okay.
But I just break it down to what I can. I mess up a little bit. Okay, take it from the top, keep going until I got that. Then I move forward, take in more.
And
so everybody's different.
Okay.
But you can memorize lines, right?
Yes.
Memorization is a small part of it. You're gonna know it. You're gonna memorize it if you spend time with it.
Yeah.
And then from there, it's actually how you make it breathe and live within how you bring it to life. So by the time you're working on how you're gonna bring it to life, you've got it down because you're working on it so much. You're gonna have it down. So.
Yeah. But I say don't go try to be an actor while learning the lines. Meaning like don't be trying to hand this paper over or don't be trying to high five somebody or saying I'm gonna do this or I'm gonna do that. Nah, learn the lines and then all this stuff gonna come.
Yeah. Okay.
Sure.
Oh, I can't wait to see how y'all brought Tiff and Jay to life. I'm telling you, I cannot wait. I'm so excited.
I'm excited.
What
too.
would y'all tell the people that have not seen the movie just yet? Why do they need to be in the studios watching Twisted Hearts?
Because I started my singing career. I said, I don't ever want to see you again.
Do you see what Tiffany had to do with? Who would want
Right.
that?
But he loved you. He
He
loved you.
also loved my nail file.
Past
I could
tense.
never find it.
Past
Oh,
tense.
wow.
Y'all, that's the whole thing. Like, it's like I want my stuff when I want it, and it's always over here in this
So
drawer.
sad how somebody can go from being a somebody to a nobody. I hope you get your. I'll buy you some, and we ain't got to talk about this no
This
more.
is gonna be interesting. Very interesting.
Yeah, no, they need to go. They need to go
Yeah.
because don't wait till it's streaming somewhere on your
Right.
TV in the comfort of your home.
Absolutely.
Like, get up and go to the movie theater because this is
Absolutely.
worth it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So we have Adrian Lockett.
Hold on,
Look-
before we
oh
go.
my gosh.
Before we go, do you guys have something in the pipeline coming out? Where can people follow you at? What are you guys doing? Promote yourself right now. Let the people know where can we find you and what you got coming up.
All right. Well, you can follow me on Instagram at Lauren Ashley White, TikTok at Lauren Ashley White. I'm not on. What is it? Snapchat
It's so
and
much.
Twitter.
Yeah,
It's
it's
so
a whole
many.
bunch
Oh,
of
I'm on
them.
Facebook. Yeah, I'm on Facebook.
Okay.
She like the
That's-
old person. Yeah, I'm on Face. I'm on Face Library.
Like, yeah. Did they change the name? Is it Face Library?
Look.
I'm just playing. I think my Facebook is Lauren White. It hasn't been changed, but yes, Lauren Ashley White. You can follow me on Insta and all the socials. I'm also a published author.
Nice.
So I am in the romance genre. I love love. So I have a book out. Dang, hater.
You said you love love.
I have a
This
book
is
out
Lauren
right now.
talking. This is
yes,
Lauren.
this
Oh.
is Lauren.
Okay,
Oh,
yes,
okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not
It's
Tiff,
not
not
Tiff.
Tiff.
Yeah.
And scene. Come on back. Yes, so I have a book called Sleeping with Deception. My pen name is L.A. White, and you can find me on Amazon, Barnes & Noble. I have an audio book out. I sell on my website as well, lawhitebooks.com. Instagram is at lawhitebooks. Okay. So I've got that going. It's a series, so I've got another one coming out. It's in the works, and writing draft is done. So potentially in talks of making that into a movie one day. So there's things coming.
Okay.
Yay.
Do your thing. Do your thing.
Hey.
So of course, my name is Adrian Lockett. I played the character Jay, and you can find me on socials at Instagram at Adrian Lockett Official, Facebook at Adrian Lockett, and all the other handles are Adrian Lockett Official. I think we have Bid for Love 2 coming out sometime pretty soon, which I think she made her debut in. I have Adam the First. I think it just came out. It's a movie called Adam the First. And it's like 2 more, but I can't think of the names. But
He's
you
doing
know,
so much.
Yeah.
and I
That's
don't even
good.
want to pick
Booked
up
and
my phone.
busy.
Man, what is it? I don't know. But if you guys haven't watched me and Tyler Perry Sisters, check that out. What else? What Would You Do? The TV show that comes on ABC. You can actually stream it on Hulu.
Tell them what episodes for Sisters so they can go to it.
Sisters are episode, the 6th season, episode 3. And on Hulu, I want to say it's the 7th episode of the newest season. If it's not the 7th, it's the 6th. But y'all, I don't know. I'll be trying to keep up with my work. I just be working, and I apologize. But
little stinky booty
yeah,
boy, what was the line?
Yeah,
Get
your butt over there and take a bath,
you have to
little
go see
stinking
it.
booty boy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but
Stinky booty boy.
Yeah, but everything is available on my socials. Everything that I'm currently involved in and everything that I've done. So we appreciate you guys for tuning in. If you haven't seen Twisted Hearts, please make sure that you do it and find out why this is a that. And
why this is a that.
Stay tuned for the Twisted Hearts universe because there's more to come.
Yes.
Awesome.
Thank y'all so
Absolutely.
much. Like y'all even being here is an answered prayer. So thank y'all for showing up today for the Couples Lounge. Thank you for being my host for today's sexy husband.
Already. You ain't gonna tell them about the marriage retreat?
It's already recorded.
Oh,
it's a
okay.
pre-record.
My bad.
But go ahead. If you have not signed up for the couples retreat, you have until June the 5th to pay your $100 deposit, and then you get to make a payment plan. And because of the power of Twisted Hearts, you will understand why you need to be at the We Will Win marriage retreat.
Second annual. You gotta let them
second
know.
annual, yes. Whether you are married or engaged, we need you in the building. We have a couple that's actually coming that's going to, I guess, co-host with us a little bit on Saturday. So it's going to be very, very special this year. And so we look forward to seeing whoever God calls to be in the space with us.
And don't come up there acting like Tiffany. But sorry.
I agree. Be better than her.
Okay. Y'all heard it. Yes. We will see y'all there. See y'all next Saturday. We love y'all. We out.